Hello everyone, this is Hitomi Studio and I'm Akane. And today we invited a member from Japanese Village to talk about the topic how to find a job in Japan for international students. Let's welcome Hikari.
Hello everyone, my name is Hikari. I am one of the members of Japanese Village. Today I want to introduce you something about how to find a job in Japan for international students.
Wow, that sounds great! Then let's get into today's video.
Hello everyone, I am one of the members of Japanese Village. Today I wanted to introduce something about preparation for finding a job in Japan. Does everyone intend to work in Japan in the near future? There are numerous advantages of working in Japan. For instance, the average salary is really high. Japan's per capita annual income in the average corporation is 4.26 million yuan, while more than 10 million yuan in the large enterprises. Secondly, the labor rights and interests will be protected well based on the perfect legal protection on working. Compared with people in other countries around the world, people in Japan really work overtime. And of course, you will be paid with sufficient overtime pay when you have to overwork. Moreover, excellent retirement system has been established in Japan, so if you get retired in large enterprises, a pension of more than 20 million yuan will be obtained. In spite of good working conditions in Japan, the employment rate of overseas students is still very low. Let's look at a set of data. The number of overseas students in Japan is 300,000. The overseas students who would like to work in Japan account for 64% of the total, but only 35% can finally find a job in Japan. So, what is the foremost factor that can help you seek a good job in Japan? There is no doubt that speaking Japanese fluently is really crucial when you intend to apply for a job. So, some people may assume that they can find a high-earning job depending on their proficiency in English, but this is not the case. Japanese is more commonly used in daily life, especially in companies. So students majored in science need to be reached to the second level of Japanese proficiency test or all above. And students of liberal arts need to reach to the first level of Japanese proficiency test. With these certificates, you will stand out from the crowd firstly. Besides, spending much more time in practicing spoken Japanese is also necessary because the interviewers in Japan will pay much more attention to your pronunciation, logic, and fluency of your Japanese language when you are interviewed. Next one is about the ability to work as a team. Japanese have a strong sense of team spirit, so it may be more easier to be accepted by the other teammates when choose to take others' advice and collaborate with others rather than trying to be the leader of the group. So please remember one point that learning to communicate with your team members is essential. Furthermore, you need to master the business etiquette in Japan. Japan is a country that attaches great importance to etiquette, so please take it seriously. Here are some details that you should keep it in your mind. Please dress appropriately, avoid late arrival, and use appropriate honorific. What's more, standing positive and possessing the ability of anti-pressure are also very necessary. Maybe in the initial stage of inaugural activities, we could not get a smooth transition about it, but don't be frustrated. Remember, it's very normal. What we should try our utmost to do is to accept our shortcomings and failures and constantly sum up our experience to correct the weakness. And please turn pressure into motivation. In addition, please reinforce self-learning and self-improvement And this is especially important for the liberal arts students because most of them will engage in jobs unrelated to their majors. Entering the company is a brand new beginning of their life during which they have to learn a large amount of work-related things. This requires the ability of self-learning and self-improvement, which assists me to master the experience taught by the predecessors and keep learning in the process of practice. With the changed social environment, the company is also changing, so in order to gain a foothold in the company, we need to improve ourselves constantly. Previously, we've talked so much about the skills required to work in Japan, but what is the process of working in Japan? What is the exact timetable of the inauguration? Let's take the class of 2023 as an example. Japanese inaugurations are basically a year and a half in advance. So if you graduated in 2023, you should start preparing from the middle of 2021. For details, please look at this diagram. In June 2021, you should be ready for signing up for the summer internship. Then in September, October, and November, the information of internships will be gradually disclosed in the fall and winter. So pay attention to it all the time. At the same time, two things that are very important to work in Japan are self-analysis and industry research. The purpose of self-analysis is to gain a better understanding of yourself. Review your lifestyle so far and gain a better understanding of yourself. Why do we do self-analysis? Because companies want to know more about us. They will ask us a lot of questions in the interview. We have to know ourselves first, then we can have a better answer. The purpose of doing business research is to find the right industry and company for you. Through analysis, find your target company, so you will be not like a headless chicken without a purpose. After the establishment of a goal, you can better carry out the next steps. For students who graduated in 2023, major Japanese enterprises started to open their application channels basically in March of 2022. It was also at this time that the inauguration really began. The registration process is basically to submit the recruitment website of the registered company. Fill the resume, ES, and other information. Do the test SPI Jade suitcase given to you by the company. First interview, second interview, third interview, then get an internal decision. General from attending first interview to the last interview is basically a month or so. Personal advice is that in the beginning of March and April, we'd better try more. Challenge some of the more powerful enterprises. You can start to change your strategy in May or June by going to companies that are within your capabilities. If all goes well, we will be employed in October. Japan Village, a recognized team in the university dedicated to help the international students who participate in inaugural activities in Japan. Offer a free orientation service. If you do not understand anything, you can scan the following two-dimensional code to contact us. Thank you very much.
So that completes today's video. If you have any question, please let me know in the comments below. And if you find this video helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And also please subscribe this channel if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.